Hello everyone, welcome to Chinese Grammar Simplified. Like many people in the world the past 2 years, my friend Mark has spent a lot of time working online. When he joins video meetings with his Chinese colleagues, they often ask him questions like, 你看得见我吗? 你听得清楚吗? He finds these questions slightly confusing. In particular, he doesn't understand why they have the connector "的" in them. If you are as intrigued as Mark is, today in the next 5 minutes, let's help Mark by exploring the way the potential complements 不 and 的 work in Chinese. In my previous video about the verb complements, we learned 4 resultative complements, 见, 完, 到, and 错. When used right after a verb, 见 highlights the receiving of information through your senses. So 看见 means to see. 完 emphasizes the result of completing an action. So 看完 means to finish reading or to finish watching. 到 emphasizes that the result of an action is successful. So 看到 means to successfully see. 错 describes the result of being wrong. So 看错 means to mistakenly see. Building on the verb complement structure, a useful alteration called potential complements was developed. The term sounds fancy and scary, but all it means is to be able to do something versus not able to do something. The 2 patterns of the day are verb plus "的" plus complement, which means able to verb complement. Verb plus 不 plus complement, which means not able to verb complement. For example, if Mark says, 我看得见你, he means, I'm able to see you. If he says, 我看不见你, he means, I'm not able to see you. You might wonder, can't I just use the word for can, 可以, and say, 我可以看见你, and 我不可以看见你? The answer is yes and no. In general, if you make these statements, Chinese people will be able to understand you. However, by only needing to add 1 character to both the positive and the negative statements, the potential complement patterns are much more efficient to use. Therefore, over time, they became the default ways we use today in expressing the above ideas. Now, let's make it a bit more challenging. Can you figure out how to say the following sentences in Chinese? I cannot finish eating this watermelon. Can you find Mark's home? The answers are 我吃不完这个西瓜. 你找得到 Mark 的家吗? Besides resultative complements, we've also learned about the directional complements in my previous videos. The potential complements also work well with directional complements. For example, 上得去 means able to go up. 上不去 means not able to go up. 走得出去 means able to walk out. 走不出去 means not able to walk out. So if Mark's friends tells him, I still have a lot of work to finish in Beijing. 我明天回不去. Can you figure out what he means? It means, I still have a lot of work to finish in Beijing. I am unable to go back tomorrow. Very handy, right? However, useful as they are, the potential complements don't work with all verb complements. For example, usually we won't say 看得错 or 看不错, even though you might be able to roughly translate them to able to see something wrong and not able to see something wrong. But even in English, these phrases sound awkward. So in practice, the closest thing we would actually say is 可能看错, which means possibly see it wrong, and 不可能看错, which means impossible to see it wrong. Alright, you've made it! As the final challenge of the day, let's compare the way the connector 的 is used in potential complements versus how it's used in other patterns we have discussed before. If I tell you, Mark 看书看得快得不得了，他一天看得完3本书. Can you figure out what this means? To figure out the answer, we need to recognize several patterns here. The first 的 is used to connect the verb and the description after. So the adverb 快 fast is describing the action of 看书 reading. So Mark 看书看得快 means Mark reads fast. The second 的 is used to connect the adjective or adverb with its degree. So 不得了 incredibly is describing the adverb 快 fast. So 快得不得了 means incredibly fast. Last but not least, the third 的 is used as potential complement in between the verb 看 to read and the complement 完 to finish. This expresses able to. So 看得完 means able to finish reading. Now the English meaning of the whole thing is Mark reads incredibly fast. He is able to finish reading 3 books in one day. As always, to help you practice, please take a look at the following English sentences and think about how you would say them in Chinese. You can find the answers on my website. If you have any questions about any Chinese grammar point that confuses you, please leave a comment below. For customized Chinese lessons, please reach me at TwinCitiesChineseTutor.us. Thank you for watching.